so happy to be here at the Northwest Branch Library, and I want to thank our hosts, who we're going to hear from one in just a moment. But before we do that, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Scott? Here. Commissioner Rice? Commissioner Liberman?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Jeff, you want to come up and tell us a little bit about the library, where we are, this beautiful facility, and whatever else you want to talk about.
All right, thank you. I'm Jeffrey Trezak. I'm the Executive Director of Dayton Metro Library, and I want to welcome you all here on this beautiful afternoon to our Northwest Branch. In particular, I'd like to welcome the Commissioners, county staff, and members of the public. We're pleased and honored to welcome you today and to host this meeting at the Northwest Branch. The county and Dayton Metro Library have a long-standing partnership, and it's through the Commissioner's appointing authority, which we have 4 of our trustees who are appointing to the Dayton Metro Library Board. So you have a significant impact on the leadership and direction of the library, so thank you. The Commissioners and Dayton Metro Library also share many common goals. We seek to build vibrant and inclusive communities where knowledge and empowerment lead to brighter tomorrows. And it's a pleasure to work with you on these efforts, so thank you again. The Northwest Branch was opened in 2016. It is the second largest of our facilities, second only to the main library. It is the largest branch that we have in the system. And it consistently ranks among the top 4 most active branches. You probably noticed how many cars were in the parking lot when you pulled in, so this is a normal day for us. It is in fact number 1 in computer usage, so for those of us who care about digital equity, you can see it happening here on a daily basis. And it consistently also ranks among the top 1/3 of all program attendance. We have a large number of programs here for all ages, including story times, STEM workshops. We have teen do-it-yourself cooking programs, technology classes, and we recently became a pantry partner for food distribution. Northwest Branch is also one of 4 branches that we're currently offering free academic assistance, homework help to K-12 students on any subject area. We're currently offering in 4 locations, but we recently became the recipient of a $250,000 grant from the Ohio Department of Education, and we'll be expanding homework help to 10 locations around the county. And we have an interested third party. I can't talk too much about it, but we hope to eventually move it to countywide very shortly through some private assistance. Northwest Branch also hosts a volunteer income tax assistance coalition, which offers free tax help filing to moderate and low-income residents. We partner with the National Conference for Community and Justice of Greater Dayton, which seeks to oppose bias, bigotry, and discrimination throughout the region, and recently began offering their Agents of Change program to high school students. Northwest Branch also hosts NCCJ's Mobile Opportunity Center. Northwest Branch is a partner of Goodwill Easter Seals Miami Valley, and we host peer recovery support specialists here to help meet the needs of residents and patrons, mental health issues and additional issues that I know are of concern to many of us here today. We serve as a monthly meeting location for the Northwest Priority Board, the College Hill Neighborhood Association, and also the Hillview Neighborhood Association. And we serve as a Board of Elections polling location. Starting this month, we're really proud to begin partnering with Montgomery County Children's Services Division to host family visitations. Due to limited visitation space and growing demand, Northwest Branch will be making space available to host supervised visitations between children and their families. Bottom line, Northwest Branch, like all of our branches, is a vital hub within the community that we serve, making resources available across a wide array of areas to meet the community needs. So I hope that the point that I'm trying to make is that we're not the library that we're all used to from our youth. We're evolving in order to meet the most demanding needs of the communities that we serve. Overall, We're not quite back to pre-COVID numbers yet, but we're really close. Our door counts are at around 90%, which is really good for public libraries, and that number keeps ticking up every month. And then lastly, I also want to mention a bit about our equity, diversity, and inclusion programming. If you follow us on social media, hopefully you've noticed that we've placed an increased effort on diverse program offerings. We had a very robust Black History Month, Arab American Month. We'll have diverse programming offered during Pride, Hispanic Heritage. So we're really emphasizing cultural programming, and that seems to be helping to drive our numbers up. And we've been diversifying our collections as well by buying more authors of color and materials that relate to the LGBTQ community in particular. So once again, I want to thank you for hosting your meeting here today and working with us on issues that I know are of concern to both of us. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff. You know, I think you guys need to get a few more programs here.
Yes.
I do want to say thank you so much on behalf of Children's Services. You know, I don't know if you've ever been to our visitation room at Children's Services, but this would be wonderful for families because it's small. What we have is small, and you know, you want to give the kids space to run around. It's not that they need to run around a library, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
But I think it would be great. So thank you very much for agreeing to do that.
You're welcome.
And for hosting us. And we do love this. I can't believe it opened 16, you said?
2016.
Unbelievable. We were there. It seems like yesterday, but we're happy to be here, and thanks.
Yep, all right. Yeah, I was also going to say thank you, and I know that you're going to be passing out some food distribution to several of the libraries. I've been talking to Adam, so thank you for that, because that's also very much needed. Now, I know my fellow commissioner's going to shake her head on this one, but I remember when this location was Fairview High School. And my brother graduated from Fairview High School. Yep. I'm not going to tell you the year. And then also my son went here when it was junior high. It went from a senior high school to a junior high. So, you know, I didn't live too far from here, so I have a lot of history in this neighborhood. So thank you.
Beautiful neighborhood.
I always tell people my first job, and I'm native Daytonian, I left for 25 years and came back. And very proud of the fact that I'm now running this great institution. But my very first job in libraries was filing the card catalog card. Nobody does that anymore.
Nobody does that. Kids don't even know what a card catalog is. Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll start with our county engineer, Paul Brenner.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Administrators, ladies and gentlemen. We have a number of items for consideration today. The first is Resolution 23-488 to authorize an agreement with Bituminous Pavement Systems, LLC, for the 2023 crack seal program countywide at their lowest and best bid of $145,918.94 through September 1st of 2024. 489 is to authorize the closing of Diamond Row Road between Upper Lewisburg-Salem Road and Westbrook Road, lasting 5 days for a sanitary sewer extension. And we have a couple of resolutions to solicit bids. 490 is for Huffman Road Bridge Replacement Project in Jefferson Township at an estimated cost of $1,200,000. 491 is the North Gettysburg Avenue Bridge Rehabilitation Project in the city of Dayton, and that's an estimated cost of $1,600,000. And then we have several resolutions to authorize the county auditor to process payments by warrant for permissive tax funds. First is 492 for the county engineer for the 2020 Bell Fountain Road Bridge Replacement Project in the amount of $807,889. 493 is for the city of West Carrollton for the 2022 East Central Avenue resurfacing project in the amount of $25,500. 494 is for the city of West Carrollton for the 2022 East Dixie Drive resurfacing project in the amount of $25,000. And 495 is for the city of Englewood for the 2020 Winder Road resurfacing State Route 48 to Cork Line project in the amount of $50,338.15.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. Juvenile court.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good afternoon. On behalf of Helen Walls, Administrative Judge, Juvenile Court has one item for consideration, 23-0496, which is authorizing agreement from Fatherless to Fearless to provide mental health and financial education services in an amount not to exceed $13,000 through June 30th of 2023.
Second, all those in favor? Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Administrator, under the Clerk's Office, we have approved the minutes of the meetings on April 4th, 2023. Resolution 497, approval of bills. Resolution 498, approval of travel and expenses. And Resolution 499, approval of personnel actions. All of those lists are available at the Clerk's Office.
Move to approve. Second, all those in favor? Aye. Administrative Services, Tyler.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Commissioners. We have 8 resolutions of various types for your consideration, as well as one late item. Beginning with Resolution 500, this authorizes the purchase from Integrated and Precision Systems Incorporated for security and surveillance system upgrades for the Monday Community Correctional Institute in an amount not to exceed $641,872.15. Resolution 501 authorizes a facility rental agreement with Sinclair Community College for the May Sustainability Luncheon in an amount not to exceed $2,344. The next 2 resolutions amend agreements for consulting services for the preparation of detailed construction plan and supplemental specifications, beginning with 502 with Jones Warner Consultants Incorporated for the Nottingham Area Lead Service Line Replacement Project in an amount not to exceed $296,722.39 through December 31st of 2024. And Resolution 503 for Choice 1 Engineering for the Shore Road Area Lead Service Line Replacement Project by adding $37,000 to the original amount for a price of $184,750. The next 2 resolutions authorize price agreements for the Environmental Services Department Field Services Group, beginning with 504 for manhole lids and rings and 505 for ductile iron and fittings. And the last 2 resolutions terminate the management services and consulting agreements with Data History, effective April 30th, 2023. The first is 506 with the old courthouse building, and the next is 507 for Memorial Hall. The late item is Resolution 522, and this authorizes a master service agreement with Shiver Security Incorporated doing business as Sonatrol for intrusion and fire alarm monitoring and access control for the facilities management department.
Move to approve. Second, all those in favor? Aye. Thank you, Tyler. Matt.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have one resolution today. It's Resolution 508, authorizing agreement with Outdoor Enterprise LLC for construction of the Locust Camp Water Main Replacement Project at their lowest and best bid of $1,545,236 through March 24, 2025.
Move to approve. Second, all those in favor? Aye.
Commissioners, before John goes, I'll tell you that it's under Tyler, but the lead remediation that will be done under Matt as we work through the county. We are working on lead remediation throughout the entire county. So Matt and his team are doing a great job. Tyler's handling purchasing. Lead is still a hot issue, even though you hear about PFAS and PFOA. And the team is doing a great job working with the Ohio EPA and the US EPA.
Thank you. You know, when you see those pictures of the lead in the pipes, it's kind of scary. Yeah. So, glad we're doing it. So, yeah.
Find it. We got to find it first. So
We got to find it first, yes. But,
identify it. Get rid of it.
thank you. Thank you. All right. O&B, John Parks.
The Office Management Budget has Resolution 509 to establish a new subfund, Fund 544, Subfund 544-700, known as the Environmental Services State Water Permit Fees, for the requirements necessary to create a new subfund.
Move to approve. Second, all those in favor? Aye. Aye. You guys can have that lunch. Human Services, Sharon.
Hello. We have a couple of resolutions under Human Services Planning and Development. Resolution 510 to accept additional funds from the Ohio Department of Job and Family Children Services for administrative support for the Family and Children First Council in an amount of $12,571 for a revised total of $119,077.51 for state fiscal year 2023. Under the Department of Job and Family Services, we have Resolution 511, authorizing affiliation agreement with Miami University to provide educational field experiences for undergraduate and graduate candidates pursuing a degree in the social work program through December 31st of 2025. Resolution 512 authorizes an agreement with rite of passage for emergency shelter services through March 31st of 2024.
Move to approve.
Second, all those in favor? On 511, it's nice that we're able to provide that. You know, we need more social workers, and so to give them that experience, especially from Miami, I think that's great.
Absolutely, and we're expanding to other colleges as well.
Business services.
Thank you, Commissioner. Under Business Services, I have several resolutions for you. First is under Community and Economic Development, 0513, authorizes a delegation activities agreement with Brook Ridge Housing LP for the rehabilitation of housing units in the city of Brookville, an amount not to exceed $300,000 through December 31st, 2024. The next three amended agreements, first one is 0514, for the city of Kettering to provide rental assistance to households impacted by and during COVID-19 by increasing the amount by $2 million for a revised total of $2,750,000. 0515, City of Germantown for the Kircher Park Accessibility Improvements Project Phase 3 by increasing the amount by $18,572.60 for a revised total of $66,572.60 and extending the term through September 30th, 2023. 0516 with Safe LLC for certified building official and backed up building official, including commercial and residential services by extending the term to July 1st, 2023. The next two authorize economic development and government equity edge agreements. 0517, City of Moraine for the Electric Pack Inc. project amount not to exceed $120,000 for 4.2% of the total project cost, whichever is less. And 0518 with the City of Moraine for the Fuyao Glass America project, an amount not to exceed $750,000 for 0.0025% of the total project cost, whichever is less.
Second, all those in favor? I just want to say something about 518. You know, since Fuyao has come to Montgomery County, they have invested $1 billion. I mean, that's just incredible. You know, they are the largest now, the largest in the world glass manufacturer. And so many of the things, the glass that they manufacture on our cars, and they also sell in the secondary market, like, what's it called? Safe repair, and those kinds. So we're just really happy that they're expanding and that Edge was able to be a part of that.
Absolutely, a lot of good paying jobs, hundreds of more jobs.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Commissioners, I'd also bring notice through your the work that you've allowed us to do with rental assistance. This is probably the closeout of this program. I think this is the last ending of it, but well over $20 million and hundreds of people served through this program.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, when you think about the number of people that were able to stay in their homes and their apartments because of this, it was big, it was well needed. So thank you. Thanks to our partners who really helped us facilitate that. Under County Commissioners, we have 23-519, which is to appoint Susan Beck to the Transportation Improvement District Board of Trustees to fill an unexpired term through August 19th of 2023. And then we have two annexations, separate annexations from Butler Township, Ohio to the City of Union, Ohio, utilizing the special procedure expedited type 2 annexation in accordance with section 709.023 of the Ohio Revised Code. And that will be 23-520 annexation of 0.8971 acres more or less, and 521 annexation of 2.237 acres more or less. Move to approve. I'll second that. All those in favor? I just want to point out that Union City Manager is back there, John Applegate, always a pleasure to see you. And you got lucky with a real quick meeting, so, sure, it's good to see you all here, thank you. Comments by citizens, we do have one citizen signed up to speak. Mary Perry, you want to come up to the podium, and you're here to talk about being a great neighbor in the community, so come on up, Mary.
Sorry. Mainly what I mean by being a great neighbor, we have the fairgrounds, which will have a fair in July. The problem being is, now that they're still building on it, they included the loudspeakers. Now, what I mean by being great neighbors, I was in bed in the summertime when they had the last fair. I had to listen to a loudspeaker for a truck derby, a car derby, a rodeo. There was something else I forgot. Car, truck, derby, whatever. They said, oh, the fair ends at 11. How would you like to be able to listen to something that loud? And they really don't help that area. They do not support the area. But when you go to bed in the summertime, you're going to be able to go to sleep. They don't support us in any size, shape, or form or fashion. That's one thing. Now we have another business that is in the area, and it goes along with environmental problems. So now the people have to, this business is not too far from a childcare area, and they're not too far from the fairgrounds either. And when you walk in the community, if you use 35 connector, you smell their, a portion of the smell they leave behind. You smell it on 35, you smell it on Derby, you smell it in the fairgrounds, and I just feel sorry for the people in my community because of the things we have to put up with. This, and when the fair starts, they turn their speaker up quite loud. The only ones that will not have to endure it are the ones who can't hear. But the ones who can hear it and trying to sleep won't be able to. And they know we have a noise ordinance and they won't follow. So, thank you. It's about being good neighbors. How did you like that?
Thank you. You know, I think both of those items have been addressed in the past. You know, they are, the fair, fortunately for you, is only there for a week. But they have brought a lot of benefit to, well, we can agree to disagree on that. And as far as the environmental, I can't think of their new name, it used to be clean water. What's it called now? Valacor. You know, we have addressed them many, many times, and if it's still smelling, we need to know that, because this has been going on for almost 20 years. So we haven't had any calls, but okay, well,
There's a place we have to go.
okay, to them? Okay, well, we'll look into that, okay?
Thank you.
County Administrator, comments?
Thank you, Commissioners. The spring job fair is April 27th from noon to 4 at the University of Dayton Arena. There are already 145 employers signed up, scheduled to participate. This is our largest job fair of the year, and hundreds of people that come out. Employers are actually hiring on the spot. We have jobs in healthcare, IT, skilled trade work, manufacturing, logistics. We also have our own accounting positions that we are looking for, and many, many more. We will have our workforce mobile unit on site to help you with resume prep or any other prep you need to get you ready. And also the new Clothes at Work mobile unit will be on site. Commissioners, you were very supportive of that as a joint project. And it is the only of its kind in the United States right now. So keep in mind that we will be taking workforce referrals, and we are looking forward to having many members of the community come out, find a job. If you're looking for something new, looking to do something different in a new industry, if you're looking to work for Montgomery County, because we are a major employer, please come out on this date. Job seekers are encouraged to register online at thejobcenter.org. Again, register online at thejobcenter.org. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks, Michael. Commissioner Dodge?
Okay, well, guess what's coming up? April 22nd is Earth Day. We picked that day to have our styrofoam recycling event. Now, our last event, and we were there, that was down in Centerville. It was cold that day. It was the biggest one yet. Together, we have kept 11 tons of styrofoam at our landfill over the past 2 years. So come out to the Rose Music Center. It's not too far from here in Newburgh Heights, Saturday, April 22nd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, Matt, your team at Environmental Services has extended the registration for the Recycled Art Contest. Now the registration will close, guess what, next Monday, April 17th. Now students from the kindergarten through 12th grade can create sculptures or jewelry with recyclable materials and enter them into our Recycled Art Contest. First place winners will receive tickets to a Dayton Dragons game. To learn more and register, go to mcohio.org and click on the department's drop-down and select solid waste. So thank you for extending that a little bit.
We always look forward to seeing what the kids come up with and their projects. It's fascinating. So, I'm sure you all know this because we've been saying it for a while now. It's National County Government Month. I almost said week, but it's a month. And this is something that throughout the country, over 3,000 counties. I'm looking at you, Adam, 3,069?
Sure.
Our good friend Adam over there, he was one of our favorites at the County Commissioners Association of Ohio. And so they've been pushing this, and so has the National Association of Counties. So we try to take part in it every year, but every week then they focus on a different theme. And this week, Paul, it is roads and transportation. You need that to 44% of our nation's roads and 38% of the nation's bridges are county-owned and maintained. Transportation infrastructure, as we all know, are core public sector responsibilities that impact everything from our daily commutes to shipping of goods around the globe. And, Mr. Applegate knows as well how important these roads are and that infrastructure. And we're happy to say that we're doing a great job in our county. And we know we have pockets that need to be worked on, and Paul's doing that. So here in Montgomery County, our engineer and his team maintain 320 miles of county roads. And Paul, how many bridges?
523.
Okay, well, I think we have a few more bridges because my notes say 541. I think you're probably right. I don't know. Google must have been wrong. So that is a lot of bridges, and we really do appreciate your effort. Of course, in rebuilding so many beautiful bridges that we've been able to do. And just wanted to take this moment on your week, your theme week in County Government Month to say thank you to you and your staff. Of course, we also play a role in many other essential community infrastructures, whether it's jails, courthouses, parks, water purification, sewage systems. Some counties do a little bit more with schools and hospitals, but we do very little in that area. But you can find out more about County Government Month on our website, mcohio.org. And then Michael mentioned Close the Work, and I just want to say that we are very fortunate in our community. I was going to say county, but they're trying to expand a little bit to bring in our neighbors to help people get clothing for work. They've been a great partner. They get people outfits for their job interviews. They also have been a partner with us for many years through our Office of Reentry. And when the men and women come through our Office of Reentry program, they get a suit or anything else they need for their job interviews, for their graduation that we do. And we all, Amy and I especially, we always really enjoy seeing them and the pride that they take in having these wonderful, new clothes to them. In fact, some are totally new clothes. We had a young man at graduation 2 weeks ago. He was very proud of his suit and he kept all the tags on it. But Close the Work, our great partner, Michael mentioned the first of its kind as far as we know in the country. So that it's really a big RV, will be along with ours, as he said, the workforce RV, and they're going to be going out beyond Montgomery County to events where they can serve people. But I also want to put a plug in, because Judy and I shop there a lot. Yep. We love the boutique, and they make money off boutique. And then, of course, they also take donations. So anybody that's going through their spring cleaning and their closets, they love it, men's and women's. So that was my plug for Close the Work. And then I do want to take a moment and thank our team, everybody here who came here, who put up with this commissioner's idea that we go on the road. Thanks, you guys. But it got you out of the office today, right? I mean, but it did take effort, and I'd like to thank Emily, our clerk, and Mary, and Michael's team, and our communications team. It doesn't seem like it would be a big effort, but we know that it was, and we all made it here, so that was good. Of course, again, to the library, thanks for having us. And that's it. Next week, we will not be having a county commission meeting on the 18th, but our next meeting will be Tuesday, April 25th, back at the county administration building at 1:30. Okay, good.
Everybody enjoy the weather. It's gorgeous out there. Move to adjourn.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.